Hi, my name's Ryan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to hand mine, how to do some bounty hunting, as well as some of the other various contracts you can pick up around the Stanton system. The first one we will be going over today is hand mining and investigation missions. This guide is intended for brand new players, and if you are a brand new player and this is your first video on Star Citizen, I highly suggest checking out my starter guide. I posted it just yesterday, and I'm pretty proud of it. All of that said, we're going to be starting today's guide by traveling to the Hurston system. Our final destination will be Aberdeen, but we could just go to Hurston for now. Now that we've arrived at Aberdeen, we can go ahead and hit F2 and go into our contracts manager. And in here we should see some investigate missions. Hurston Cave, Aberdeen Cave. You want to look for one that says Aberdeen Cave in it. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that offer. It should automatically track for me, and now I can see its location on the F2 map. Click once on it and click set route. Oh, looks like we have to go... No? Huh. Oh, I appear to have clicked on the opposite side. Okay, so you see, this is one of the ones where you don't actually get a fast travel point on it. So what we're going to do is fast travel as close as we possibly can. In this case, it's probably going to be Anderson right here. Oh. That glitch you see where my cockpit opened up is new in this patch, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fly over to the nearest point to our map marker, and then we're going to free fly the rest of the duration over to it. While we're doing this, is a great time to get yourself equipped. Make sure you have... Go to armor and make sure you have that rucksack core that we bought earlier equipped. And also while you're at it, make sure you have that mining tool equipped. Still have 300 kilometers to go for this, so the best way to fly to this is not going to be to stay in atmosphere. It's going to be to lift up above the layer of the atmosphere, so I can actually go faster. You see now my max speed is only 260. If I get up and out of atmosphere, then my max speed will be almost 1,000 meters per second. Way faster. We'll get there way sooner. As you see right now, it's about 320 kilometers away, so at max speed that should take us roughly 320 seconds. Okay, now that we're up above the atmosphere of Aberdeen, roughly around 20,000, I'm going to hold shift with CPLD turned on to slow down. Okay, and now that we're slowed down, we can travel forward, holding sprint to speed up, then letting go once I heat up too much. I'm going to accelerate to my maximum speed, and then I'm going to click the V key. That turns off CPLD, and now I can let go of the thrust. Now we're just going to coast over to Aberdeen Cave. I want to stay above at least like 15,000 on that right side. You can see my altitude. I want to keep that above 15,000. Just coast over to this cave. Now the reason we chose this investigate mission and we're going to this specific cave is because this is a non-marked cave, that decreases the likelihood of other players being there. And by accepting this investigate mission while we're down in that cave mining, we'll also get 4,000 AUEC from the investigation mission if we manage to find the body. Now, you don't have to find the body, just going to the cave is going to be how you make the majority of your money mining. Guess I'm going to come back when I get a little closer. Make sure when you're flying to markers like this and when you're not teleporting or QTing there, that you absolutely use CTLD. You need to, or CTLD. You need to turn that off. If you leave it on, it will use so much hydrogen and it will fight you along the way. But if you turn it off, you can use your velocity to carry you there with very little thrust. You see on that left side, I'm slowly slowing down a little bit. It doesn't really matter. Just speed back up. Okay, we're starting to get a little closer now. Remember, we're up at 16,000 feet, so or meters, so that that 38 number you see isn't going to be exact. It's actually about half that away from us right now. So we're going to want to stop when we get close to about half, so we can start going straight down. Okay, we're starting to get an atmosphere now, so we're starting to slow down quite substantially. We only really need to slow down when we start getting about 5,000 away at this speed, that is. Remember, do not leave your CPLD off or you will splatter against the ground like a bug on a windshield. And that is not something you want to do. Just like that. You're going to want to find the mouth of the cave here. Some of these are a little hard to find the entrance to. This one's pretty easy. Just cut out right here. Oh. Careful about falling in holes like that. If you fall in a hole like that, only way out is to kill yourself. I guess I should mention how to do that. You kill yourself by holding backspace. Don't worry about the survival rating on that left side. It'll go up once we get in this cave. We're going to want to hit 4 to pull out our multi-tool and also click T so we can use our light here. see the temperature went away once I got down in the cave? Okay. Now, we're looking for little rocks. I'll show you one when I find one. Sometimes they can be difficult to find. Usually there aren't too many of them here at the start of the cave. So, in these little rocks, there's different kinds of ore. We're specifically looking for hadanite. We don't want dolivine, and we don't want alpharite, or however the hell you say that one. Only one we want is hadanite. Here's a rock now. I believe this is dolivine. There it is, dolivine. You do not want that rock. You notice it's green crystals. The one we're looking for is purple. And there are two purple ones, the one that starts with an A and the one that starts with an H, but you only want the H one. Here's alpharite. We don't want any of that, but it looks a lot like hadanite. Travel a little deeper into the cave. Just remember when exploring these caves to try to keep one wall on one side of you. For example, this right wall, I'm following it. That means I can't get lost. If I ever want to turn around and leave, all I have to do is follow the wall, this same wall, and keep it on my left side. Some more alpharite, don't want any of that. Yeah, these caves can be pretty deep, so remember, just keep one wall on one side. For this cave, I'm keeping the right wall on my right side, and you literally can't get lost. Here we found some hadanite. This is what we're looking for, and this is the only thing we're looking for in here other than the body. So what we can do is we can click right mouse button with this tool out, and what that's going to do while looking at it is it's going to scan it, tell us how much it has, its instability, its weight, and its composition. So you see now this bar is showed up on the left side. You see the green line underneath and the yellow above. You're going to want to try to keep this bar on the left in between those. And it might be difficult to get the hang of it first, but you'll get the hang of it eventually. Make sure you err on the side of lower rather than higher, because you can actually explode this rock and kill yourself, and you don't want to do that. How you're going to start mining is when we're in the scan mode, we're going to click the left mouse button. That's going to start up our laser, and now we're going to use the mouse wheel and scroll up with it to throttle up the laser. Just throttle it up until we get that arrow on the left moving. And then when we get a little closer, we're going to start scrolling down to slow it down. And every time it moves up, I scroll down, and when it moves down, I scroll up. Just try to keep it in between those bars. And you see that green bar on the left is filling up. Once that's completely full, the rock will burst. There it goes. Now how you can collect it is you can either hold F in select and stow, or you can just look at the rock and click F, and that'll pick it up. Right now it does this weird animation where it picks it up twice, but you have to pick each one up individually. Sometimes they'll get stuck in the rock, sometimes they'll get stuck in the rock face. Don't worry about those. There'll be more than enough of it down here for you. These caves are way bigger than they look. You see now we've come to a spot that's kind of difficult to get back up. You see these ledges on the right side? This is how we're going to get back up it. I'm going to go ahead and slowly walk down and show you how you climb these. You see this green, or this yellow marker here? How you're going to climb up that is you're going to aim up and hit spacebar. Oh, takes a few attempts to get it just right. There we go. Sometimes you're going to aim higher than that, sometimes lower. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go down. Go down again. And remember to keep this right wall on our right side. You see, now we've come to a point where it's impossible to come back up. I would not recommend going down there. I'm sure that's a way up, but we're going to follow the rule of keeping this right wall on our right and make sure there's no other exits over here until we come back around to this. Now that's where we came from, up here, so we're going to go ahead and head down here. Keep an eye out for any ore along the way, as it can be hidden almost anywhere in here. Oh, you see here a pink flare. That means we're getting close to the bodies. We want to keep our eyes open for ore, though, still, because the body's only worth 4,000. Whereas a full backpack of this ore is worth 30 grand. Here we see some more Hadanite. I'm going to go ahead and mine this stuff. You can actually start it before it's done scanning. It'll make some beeps, but as long as you don't overheat it, which is almost impossible before it's done scanning, you should be fine. You can see some of it got trapped in the wall there. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's all of it. We're going to continue on here. We see another pink flare. Remembering to keep the wall on my right to my right. I do not recommend going down there. Here way up in a pink flare, that means our body is probably down there. I'm going to turn left here because this looks like a dead end and check it for any ore real quick. Nope, no ore. Okay, so we're going to head down here. Making sure not to fall to our deaths. Here we found the body. Well, sometimes it's tricky to find the spot on these. There we go. Now, how you complete this contract is by holding F and searching the body. Simple as that, 4K. Now we see some Dolomite here. I wish it was Hadanite. Made us some actual money from it. I guess I'll fall back down here and check out the rest of the cave before heading on. If there is any more. Oh, nope, it would appear as though that is the end of it. I'm going to try to get back up this direction. If not only just to see if there's any more of that stuff up here. Maybe I won't. There we go. Sometimes they're hard to get the hang of. It would appear as though I'm not destined to go up this direction, so we're going to head back down. Try not to break our legs in the process, and try to head back up on this side. Hopefully we're not trapped. Nope, it would appear to be easier on this side to get back up. There we go. Oh, that would be the dead end. Remember, we followed the wall on our left now to get out of here. Not really sure you can get up there. I don't see any spot on this side. An alternative to finding the exit would be to kill yourself after removing your chest piece. If you de-equip your chest piece, then kill yourself. You'll respawn at your last spawn location, and you will actually still have all the ore in the chest piece. Remember, we followed this wall on our left to come in, so we're gonna go ahead and keep following that. Now, this wasn't a very good haul on the mining side, but we did find the body. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes you might not be able to find the body, but you'll get a lot of ore. I've had caves where I've found 12 to 13 of those ore clusters in it. And you can make roughly 40,000 that way. We'll go ahead and take this ore to the nearest place we can sell it at and see how much we get for it. You get 254 per crystal you pick up. So all said and done, we made almost a little over 2,000. Not bad. Remember, if we spent more time down there, we'd get more. Of course, the more you stay, the more you mine, the more caves you go to, the more you'll make. But now you've seen this career option, and you can tell if this one's for you. And with that, we have finished our mining leg of this journey, and I will be moving on to the next way you can make some money. Okay, next up is bounties. You can select a bounty by going to contract managers and selecting bounty hunter. And reading through these, you can see there's two different kinds. These two on top and the one on bottom. These are all AI bounties, and the two in the center, these are two player bounties. If you decide to go after a player bounty, you better know what you're doing, because they will fight back, because if you die with a bounty, you will go to jail, sometimes for hours.
Quantum travel initiated.
Okay, I'm now going to show you how to do a bounty. First, you'll have to travel the location the bounty is at. Once you get there, you might need to scan so you can find them. In this case, I have a marker. Sometimes you won't have a marker. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice that the neutralized bounty is on a specific person. So if I focus fire on that person, I only have to kill him to get the amount listed. If you see there, I had a missile lock on me. And the center of my screen, directly underneath my crosshairs, you can see what kind of missile it is being shot at me. When it's that Wi-Fi icon, you'll need to launch chaff, and when it's the fire icon, you'll need to launch your flares. Now I'm trying to get a weapons lock on this guy, but I'm not having much luck with my rockets. There we go. Got some off at him. Some good hits there. They get a little hard to hit when you take out an engine. Look at them spin. Getting some good shots. There we go. Now that I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and cut and run. Once again, you don't have to kill the rest of them, only the person the bounty's on in this case. Sometimes you will have to kill all of them, but in this specific case, that's all I had to do. And there you see on the top, 3,500, as simple as that. Okay, I'm now going to show you a player bounty, and you'll see the difference straight away. As you can see, a second player, one of this guy's friends presumably, has decided to try to 2v1 me. Unfortunately for these guys, it's not going to work for them. Score significant enough hits on this guy to make him think twice about fighting me at this moment. Try to get a missile lock on him, but he's gonna jump before I get the chance. You can see now his friend is lighting me up from behind after he's jumped. So I'm gonna turn around and give him some of my hate. Watch this little maneuver. Hope you're ready, Speckles. Oh yeah? Oh, you think you're gonna run, huh? Oh, I don't think so. Your friend might have gotten away, but you're not. You're done. Try and follow this guy to Grimhex, but this guy does my job for me and launches himself straight into a rock. So thanks for that. Okay, now it's time to haul cargo. So, hauling cargo is a thing I can make an entire hour-and-a-half video about in itself, but just the basics for now. You have buy locations and you have sell locations, and how you make money is you find a buy location that sells it for lower than the sell location pays for it. So you can make money on the trip between the two. The one I'm going to be showing you today is Gillette Family Farms and Grimhex, but, you know, go ahead and experiment around and find your own great route. This is just the one I follow.
You highly regret. I recommend it, it's about time that you let go. Cause at first they were trying to diss me. Now I'm coming up, so they ask for favors. And when you get noticed, the story flips. See, now they talking to me on their best behavior. People I barely know telling me they love me. Two-faced friends only in it for the money. Can you trust when he trying to be the greatest? But now I'm waving bye to you haters until I'm number. Trying to prove that I just put myself into a situation where I gotta choose between music and money, fans and friends. I hope that all the above is on the Scantron then. Life is a test and I study for the class. If you wanna understand, then you better do the math. Procrastinator rappers thinking they go past, gonna find out real soon just how long they gonna last. Can't afford to keep it 100 nowadays, cause if you want the money and need the record plays, you'll turn into a Lady Gaga monster for the fame. That's why all of a sudden all your music sounds the same. I'll keep it me, have nobody else to blame. Cause even if I never ever make it in the game, I'll know I kept it true when I gave my all to you. But nah, fuck it, I ain't in it to lose, don't wanna be number. Yeah, but the number one is what I want for. I used to want it all, and now I want it more. Until I'm number. And you can tell that I mean it if you look into my eyes. It shouldn't be a surprise when I finally arrive at the top. Number one. I spent my last 2 summers surrounded by blue walls and people doing covers. YouTube stars seem to come in a flash, but when lightning strike, I'ma come later with the thunder and let it resonate across the town with my voice in a sound. Let it shake the ground from the 415s in the trunk. Let it pound to the bay. You know I'ma hold it down. Cause when I'm number one, I'ma take it to the top. This life is too much fun. I ain't never gonna stop. They don't wanna see me run. They just wanna see me flop. But it's gonna be a different story when they hear it drop. Cause when I'm number one, I'ma take it to the top. Too much fun. I ain't never gonna stop. They don't wanna see me run. They just wanna see me flop. But it's gonna be a different story when they hear me drop. I wanna be number
I purchased the distilled spirits for 28,274 and sold them for 36,630. That's a profit of 8,356 AUEC and a 23% profit off the initial investment stake of almost 28,000. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've gotten this far, please leave a like so I know you're enjoying the content. And please join me back again next time for the next set of these contracts you can complete. I believe next time we'll do some mercenary ones. Maybe a couple of the body investigate ones that aren't in caves too, who knows. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed, and I've been Ryan. Till next time.